Let me ask you, what makes a teacher more than just someone who gives lesson in class? Is it their patience, their knowledge, or is it the example they set for their students? Well, today we'll discover the answer. By the way, I am Jerlyn A. Idria, a fourth year student taking the Bachelor of Elementary Education from Chatham campus, and I'll be sharing with you all the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, Articles 1 to 4. This code is like the guiding compass of teachers. It shows them how to act, how to serve, and how to live with dignity as true nation builders. So first, what does the preamble say? It tells us that the teachers are professionals who carry dignity, values, and competence. This means they're not just employees clocking in and out, but people who inspire and lead by example. And now, let's proceed to the Article 1, Scope and Limitations. This code applies to all teachers in the Philippines. Now, who exactly does this code apply to? Section 1 says the Constitution requires quality education for all. And since teachers are the backbone of education, this code applies to every teacher because only competent teachers can ensure quality learning. Section 2 explains further it covers all teachers preschool, elementary, high school, or vocational. It even includes school administrators and principals, both full time and part time. For example, a kindergarten teacher teaching ABCs, a high school physics teachers, and even a part-time vocational teacher teaching welding at night, they're under the same ethical standards. Next, let's proceed to the Article 2, the teacher and the state. The teachers help build the nation by guiding students to be good citizens. How are teachers connected to the state? Section 1 says teachers are trustees of the nation's future. They don't just deliver lessons, they pass on culture, values, and love of country. Section 2 says teachers must uphold the policies of state. They take an oath to support education laws and government programs. So for example, teachers who actively support Brigada Escuela, helping prepare students for opening are fulfilling this oath. Section 3 reminds teachers to be physically, mentally, and morally fit. After all, they're models for the youth. For example, a teacher who stays healthy, manages stress, and avoids immoral behavior becomes a living example for students. Section 4 says teachers must be fully committed and devoted to their duties. Teaching isn't just a job, it's a vocation. For example, a teacher who stays after class to tutor struggling students shows that devotion. Section 5 is very clear. Teachers should avoid promoting political or partisan interest. Their focus is on education, not politics. For example, a teacher should never tell students, vote for this candidate. Instead, they should teach students how to think critically before voting. Now, let's talk about teachers' role in the community. For Article 3, the teacher and the community. The teacher should be active in and out to the community. Section 1 says teachers create the best environment for youth to learn and grow. So for example, a teacher who encourages questionings, creativity, and curiosity makes the classroom a safe and a fun place to learn. Section 2 says teachers should take initiative in community activities that improve moral, social, and civic life. For example, a teacher leading a barangay tree planting drives in serving not only students but the whole community. And Section 3 says teachers should live with dignity, avoiding gambling, drunkenness, or immoral acts. For example, a teacher known for staying away from vices earns the respect of both students and parents. Next is Section 4. Section 4 says teachers must respect and understand local customs and traditions. So, for example, a teacher assigned to an indigenous community who learns and respects their traditions shows humility and understanding. And lastly, Section 5. Section 5 says teachers must keep the community informed about the school, its needs, achievements, and challenges, the teacher and the profession. Teacher must uphold the dignity of teaching and keep improving themselves. Section 1 says teacher must show that teaching is a noble profession by practicing it with pride and enthusiasm. Section 2 says they must uphold the highest standards of education, always prepared and always at their best. Section 3 says teachers must continue learning through training and seminars. Education doesn't stop when you graduate. It's lifelong learning. Section 4, it says teachers can ask for school support, but they must not misrepresent themselves for personal gain. So for example, requesting extra chalk or classroom materials from the school is fine. But exaggerating personal achievements for fame, that's not ethical. And lastly, Section 5. This reminds teacher that teaching is an honorable way of living. It's a livelihood. Yes, but one that must be always decent and dignified. So for example, a teacher who earns an honest living solely from teaching and not by exploiting students financially, it's honoring this section. So now, let me ask you again. What makes a teacher more than just someone who gives lesson? It's the way they live out the code of ethics for professional teachers. They guide the youth, serve the community, uphold the laws of the nations, and carry the pride of their profession. In the end, teachers don't just teach subjects. They shape lives, values, and future of the Philippines. Thank you for watching, and let's always honor and celebrate our teachers, the true heroes of education.